Today, we are privileged to have an exceptional guest with us who embodies the confluence of a deep spiritual wisdom and practical managerial acumen. Our topic for today's dialogue is the Dharma of business. It is a profound subject. Ethical purpose, leadership and success in the modern corporate world. And we have just the right person to guide us through this conversation. It is truly an honor to welcome our guest speaker, a respected sannyasi of the Bhakti Yoga tradition and a member of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. He is a disciple of His Holiness Raghunatha Swami and a grand disciple of ISKCON's founder Prabhupada. With a background that includes an engineering and an MBA, he left a corporate management career to dedicate his life to the spreading the timeless wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. He preaches the eternal message of Krishna consciousness across the globe and is presently a trustee of ISKCON India. His guiding force behind numerous educational, rural development and sustainable living initiatives, including 450-acre self-sufficient Vedic eco-village called Gokul Dham, making him uniquely positioned to discuss purpose-driven leadership. But it's best we hear directly from the man himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, please join me in giving a warm welcome to His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami. Can we have a round of applause for him? Now, I request our esteemed guest, Dean Sir, our Vice President Samir Panda Sir, Director Sir, Professor Sarveshwar Mohanty Sir, to come up on the stage for lighting of the lamp to officially start the event. May I now request our Dean Sir, Director Sir and Professor Sarveshwar Mohanty to kindly felicitate our esteemed guest.
Boys and girls, I will not come between you and His Holiness. It is indeed a pleasure for me, sir, because incidentally I also happen to be a mechanical engineer with an MBA, and the only difference is that you left your corporate career for spirituality. I left my corporate career 10 years back to be in academics. But boys and girls, I'm sure His Holiness, when he's going to address you today, is going to take you to the facets of something that you guys would have not grown up with. you guys would have not even thought about, because you've grown up with electronic gadgets, you've grown up with Instagram, you've grown up with all the different social media platforms and the Korean serials. But what also you ought to know is our spiritual journey, our rich cultural heritage that India has a lot of science, has a lot of innovation into what today science and technology speaks. Perhaps we've had it long time back. I'm sure all of you would have at least, if not read, but you would have seen the serials of a Ravan taking Sita in a plane, which in something which was in today's journey of evolution, is something that Dasha Avatar also speaks about. All that I'm trying to say is the rich cultural heritage that India has a lot of science, has a lot of technology, which we are now talking about. And I'm sure His Holiness is going to talk to you about a lot of things, the management principles that we talk about. Who better than Lord Krishna in the Mahabharata when he talks to Arjun in terms of the Mahabharata war, when he talks about Arjun in terms of why he should fight, is basically nothing but the tenets of management that we read today. I'm sure all these and more is what Swamiji is going to talk to you. And I must thank you, sir, for having spared your time. Thank you so very much for coming here. I would like to thank my colleague, Professor Sarveshwar Mohanty, because he was the one who initiated this on behalf of all of us, and on behalf of the university, on behalf of the Honorable Founder, Dr. Bhakti Rasamrita, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the top management. I welcome you, sir, and I'm sure our students are going to be enlightened with your talk. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. Coming to the moment we all were waiting for. Now, I would like to request His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami to take the stage. We are truly excited to hear from you, sir. The stage is all yours.
ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर। Professor Kumar Mohanty, Director, esteemed faculty members, and my dear students. I am extremely happy and honored to be in your midst this evening. It is always indeed something very enlivening and instructive for me also to be with the student community. Because after teaching, but we're also studying, we also learn. Life is an exploration, endless exploration of divine knowledge, and ultimately our search for perfection. Economics and business plays a very important role in human society. Without economics, without business, there can be no functional human society. There must be generation of wealth, and there must be distribution and utilization of wealth. This is what makes the society move and sustain. But that is not all. If that were the only criterion, that money has to be generated, distributed, and then spent, human society would have been a very blissful place. But it is fraught with so many problems. So there is something missing here. And that something missing is a very important spiritual, dharmic dimension, which is very important for all of us to cut in a very succinct manner. If one were to see the principal supporting element, you take away the dharmic element. Without that, you will find upon digging a book of luck, and we would have kept it. And therefore, everything in the land is also yours. We find quarrels for the opposite. He said, look, the problem is both of you are too off, as Lord Krishna had hinted. I only sold him the land. I did. So Lord Krishna gave him a certain depth in the land. Changed. He's an age of quarrel. Years of business. Dharma does. They are not resistance to human conduct. It's some rules and regulations. Too many rules.